Okay, guys, here we have the new Marvel Legends Thunderstrike from the new Fixit Wave. And this guy I was excited to see mainly because, I just like Thor. I want new Thor figures. And he looked really cool in the pictures. I was excited for him. He's something different. He has some new parts. And, whenever you see a figure with new parts or pieces, you're like, oh shit, I need to have that. I need that. I don't know what to expect, and I'll tell you what, this guy is interesting. So let's take a look. Okay, so here's Thunderstrike's packaging. Marvel's Thunderstrike, pretty typical. Really wonderful art on the side here. Very, very well done. I really like that actually, but he has a very nice hairline in this, and that is something you should pay attention to. Anyways, in the back it says Kevin Masterson. Oh, I can't read Spanish. I'm looking through my camera. Kevin Masterson follows the noble footsteps of his idol Thor because the world still needs heroes. Yes, they do. And that's interesting. Would you look at that? The hair in this picture is different than the hair we actually get on the figure, man. Not to say it's like way better. Nah, who the fuck am I kidding? It looks a lot better. This looks... Yeah, so he had different hair in the picture. That's kind of a bummer. But for the most part, the same head sculpt. You can see the Fixit Wave BAF down here and the rest of the figures in the wave. You have Falcon, Kane, Jocasta, Stealth, Cap, and Iron Man. 2 figures I don't think anybody asked for. So yeah, there it is. There's the barcode if you want it. Let's take a look. So this dude doesn't really come with a whole ton of accessories. Sadly, it would have been nice to have a better head sculpt. Even though it isn't terrible, but whatever. He does come with a fist. Lovely. And he does obviously come with his hammer thing. And it does look nice. It's kind of a gunmetal paint. It's very dark, cracked, stone looking. You can see Thor symbol on there. Also on his belt, which is very, very bright yellow. And I'm not really a huge fan of it. I don't know if that's... Well, no, it's not really part of his design. Looks like he has a gold belt here. So this is just kind of ass. And... Oh my god. First things first, there is a gold belt here. This one is just bright yellow, and that is going to have to be repainted. And I just wanted to take note of that because I just noticed it and that bugs me. Aside from that, he comes with this hammer, which is very nicely done. Thor symbol there, they both match. Very stone, metal kind of look. Almost like a dark gunmetal. Can he hold it by the chain? He can hold it by the chain if you'd like him to. Make him look like he's really gonna throw that son of a gun. And then he just comes with a fist and this kind of power hand, gripping hand. Aside from that, I will talk about the things that probably, the one thing that everyone's wondering, how much of the old Thor body does he use? Honestly, not much. He just uses the arms, I think. He actually uses this crossbones upper thigh piece, I think. That's what it's looking like, man. Does he? They look eerily similar, but I might be wrong. I can't tell. Comment down below if he does, but they look really similar. He might not, to be honest. They might just be really similar. But aside from that, with this Thor, he doesn't really share leg pieces, doesn't share the torso piece, and they just share the arms. That's literally it. They share the same arm piece and the same gripping hand. Nothing else is shared. So this is pretty much a new figure, really. He kind of reminds me of the Hyperion body mold, though, that we've seen so much, just with the way this looks here. But it is brand new, and I'm not vibing with it too much. I think it's just kind of proportioned funny. Up here, I think looks a bit awkward. Like the chest looks kind of viciously small to me. Looks a bit like pushed in. I don't know. I'm just not huge on the new sculpt for this body. It's okay. Luckily, this jacket kind of hides that, so you really can't tell. And it does have a nice swivel, and I do like that a lot. That's a very nice piece of articulation. But really, the body mold isn't like a huge problem. I can get past it if it's used right. I don't think it's a bad body mold by any means, I guess. However, I do think these are a bit similar in the way the chest just kind of recedes, that collarbone. But This is definitely a lot worse. This isn't as bad, and it is, you know, very defined and looks all right. I guess the biggest problem with this guy is not the body mold. The body mold is cool since I've seen updated body mold. I don't think it's really anything like super refreshing, but it's definitely new. The problem with this guy is his head sculpt. I'm not a fan of it at all. I mean, the head is fine. The tongue could be a little bit, could be pushed in a bit more. Kind of looks like he's trying to stick out his tongue and scream. Look at how raised it is. You can really notice it, man. But it's just the hairline. The hairline is really rough, in my opinion. I'm not a fan of the hair. It looks like it's going to come off a little bit, and it just looks like it's receding really bad. Aside from that, I really have no problems with this guy. He moves really smooth. The articulation is great. He could have used some more paint work, nothing you can't fix yourself, and I will do that to my figure for sure. I hate that bright yellow. It's ugly as hell, man. But this jacket is really great too. It's a very rubbery material, and it actually has some nice paint on it. It looks good. And again, he reminds me of like a trailer park Thor. He's a badass Thor. I don't know if he was like 90s, 80s. I don't know. I know nothing about Thunderstrike. Literally 0 to nothing. I know 0. It's nothing there. So he just looked cool to me, and I like Thor. And you know, I don't know much about Thunderstrike though. I don't know if he's a really super well-known character, but it's a cool looking figure. It's a very nice design, and they did an okay job. I do like this metallic blue here. It's just not, it is bringing new stuff to the table, but not really anything we haven't seen before. It's very, very familiar feeling. So with the articulation, his head doesn't go super far back because the jacket and the hair. The pony is not articulated, sadly. There is a bit of a pivot. His head goes down quite a bit. It's not on a dumbbell joint, it's just on a hinge, a ball joint, a ball hinge, and does obviously have some rotation there. The arms do go out quite a bit. Again, no butterfly joint, which is a bit of a bummer. It's brand new body mold. They could have added that. They should have, I think. Rotation all the way around. Rotation at the bicep. Double jointed elbows, not pegless, sadly, but that's not a huge deal at all. Rotation at the wrist. There is a horizontal hinge on both these hands, I think. Nope, vertical hinge here. Didn't even notice that, which is kind of cool with the hammer hand. I do really like that. That's a great feature there. A little bit of a swivel here that goes forward a little bit. He almost looks kind of chubby when his belt is sticking up so far. Looks kind of awkward. It's better when it's a little bit lower, I guess. But he can lean forward a little bit, lean back a bit, not too much, and the articulation is visible there. And obviously rotate and pivot a little. The legs do go pretty far out. They do go far forward. They do go a bit far back. There is a rotation here at the thigh. Double jointed knees, no pegs at the knees at all. You can see it's some very thick legs, man. But this is probably my favorite part is these new boots. I do like these, very cool. And no rotation at the boot at all. That would have been nice for his rotation there. And there is a little hinge here and an ankle pivot, of course. It's very standard stuff. So here he is next to Beta Ray Bill and the standard Bucky cap, Cyclops mold. You can see he's a bit taller than Beta Ray Bill, maybe about the same height. And then he's obviously quite a bit beefier and taller than this piece of crap body mold, which I'm very tired of seeing. And here he is next to Crossbones, who I believe utilizes the old Hyperion body mold, and Warpath. And mark my words, man, I feel like this body mold is so similar to this one. I almost feel like it's just an update on it, which I guess is okay, but feels very similar to me, especially in these legs, man. I might just be too suspicious and too critical, though. Let me know in the comments. But you can see he stands pretty well next to both of them. About the same height as Crossbones, who's a tiny bit taller, probably. No, honestly, they're about the same height from my perspective here. Might not look like that in the camera, but they're the same height. And then Warpath is obviously a towering mass who is quite a bit taller than Thunderstrike. So overall, I do think this guy's a very enjoyable figure. I don't feel like my $20 was wasted by any means. I'm glad I purchased him. I think there's things that could have been done better in terms of just paint with the belt and the hair maybe, some articulation with the ponytail, and really just the face sculpt in general. It's not a terrible face sculpt. It's just the hairline really is not good at all. It's going way too far back and just looks kind of awkward on his head, in my opinion. Let me know how you feel about that in the comments. Do you think it's okay? Can you see past it? I am having some trouble. But overall, I think it's a cool updated body mold. I shouldn't even say updated. It's very, very cool. It's a new body mold, really. But it does remind me a lot of the old Hyperion body. So, I don't know. Take with that what you will. I don't know how you feel about that. Personally, I don't think it's a very big deal, and I do like this figure quite a bit. He's a fun figure, and I definitely recommend him and Kang from the Wave. I can't speak for the other figures, but these two have so far been pretty cool. Kang is much better, though. If you stumble upon Kang, you only have 20 bucks, buy him for sure. He's badass. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Before I go, I just want to say November 3rd is Election Day. Make sure you get out and vote. If you can't get out, order a ballot. It's easy. It's so easy. Order a ballot. Mail-in voting, baby. It's nothing. Just make sure when you sign that ballot, when you sign your name, it matches your driver's license. Then it won't get thrown out. Then there's no conspiracies going on, nothing fucking weird going on. You can just turn your ballot in and ship it out and you will have voted. It's so damn important. Make sure you do it, more important than ever. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for more reviews. I love you all. I appreciate you all for watching this if you're tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you do comment and respond to my questions because I love discussion. I love to talk to you guys. So, thanks for watching this. Keep collecting, stay healthy, stay happy. Peace.